Greetings everyone, and Grade here for another H-Powers 4 replay. Spawn on the top left side as the blue Ottomans, we have liquid DeMu. Spawn on the bottom right side as the orange Delhi Sultanate, we have server crash expert. Let's see now, Ottoman versus Delhi Sultanate, both Muslim nations. Yeah, they do pull it out. Oh, scholars, not PMs. Why did I think that was a horrible comment of mine? My apologies. Of course, Delhi Sultanate gets 4 free research, while the Ottomans get free units. We do not see a military school just yet for the Ottomans just yet. We do see a house for the sheep, and now got a twin minaret midirace being employed in the field. We'll get some decent flow of food going, collect at a good rate. But we of course got a Tower of Victory, a common landmark for Delhi Sultanate, to give them just improved bonuses for all the infantry built nearby. Twin midirace has been completed, and the Tower of Victory is almost complete as well. We do see a bit of stone being collected. Let's see. There's a good amount of stone there, so I don't think it's going for military schools just yet. I think it's eyeing for another town center. Going for a stable, eyeing for some sapas. We do also have some golems being employed on the field, or Ghazi riders, I should say. Get those two names mixed up. Ghazi riders are more or less a soft counter to heavy units. They do get bonus damage versus siege and range like normal. Well, not even, they don't get bonus damage for siege, just range. They hit hard, they hit fast. Not fast. Right, the opposite, they hit slower. Sapas do hit 1.75 per second. Gets 12 damage per hit there. Does have a little bit more health than a Ghazi rider. And the Ghazi rider does hit for 12 over his 2-second attack speed. They do actually have the same attack damage, just slower speed, because Sapas are actually slightly more expensive than regular horsemen. Additionally, with the fortitude, could be useful in an equals number engagement, though it's a bit risky. Someone's going for a whole bunch of research, not big surprise. Going for pierce damage as well, so he's probably going to transition to archers. Here the Vizier deployed out. Let's see what he got out. He got the Meters, giving him more power, immediate power spike for his defense against these Ghazi riders. Looks like the Sapas are slightly slower than the Ghazi riders at the moment. And now we've got another town center being deployed out by the Ottoman. Thank you. A little bit rusty right now, and my voice is not 100%. I think I may need to cool off one of these days with streaming every single day. Got 1 scout here, 3 of these Sapas, 1 Meter. The Meter has gone for hack armor, so that not for attack speed like we usually see, but we do see hack armor. Granted, the Ghazi riders do hit harder than normal horsemen, so that will be mitigated by the hack armor, but still, these Ghazi riders are inferior to the Sapas on a 1-on-1 cost, or 1-on-1 engagement. If you compare the costs here, we do have, I suppose we can always compare them up high. Ghazi riders are, of course, 110-30, Sapas are 220-40, so they are 20 more expensive, which actually probably makes them much more cost-effective since they attack a little bit faster as well. And the Metro can make them attack even faster. That may be a little bit better than going for hack armor. Hard to say at the top of my head. Believe it or not, having a higher attack may result in better life as well, because if you kill your opponent quicker, you take less damage in return. Yep, it was. Any game that goes above an hour tends to be a very good game. Ghazi rider moving around, may get picked off by these forces. The scout should spot it. Actually, he's on a patrol move right there. He's trying to pick off anything there, since it's a very tight, narrow traverse area, trying to pick off any village that may come up to try to collect up these venison. And now it looks like we do have some archers on the field, deploying out some palisades, trying to secure up these sacred sites nice and early. I think these Sapas will be able to overrun the sacred site relatively soon. The sacred site here has been captured. He does not build up walls with his spearmen, or just spearmen, not hardened spearmen. Ghazi riders are now, they will spot these Sapas. Sapas trying to go straight for the scholar there. Metro now seemed to fire there, and now got the Seppals backing off. The blue does lose a scout, the Ottoman player does lose a scout, which is important. And looks like the archer does go down there. He picked that off to deny the building. He needs to get out another builder over there of some sort. And this Metter will receive some maces to his head, as well as spears in his back. Now the Seppals are backing on off. We got another lumber camp. In Middle East, looks like all the, nope, not all the berry, nope, yeah, just now all the berry bushes have been claimed. I think I see most people tend to put 4 villages on these berry bushes, which I think is the proper number to get them collected. Sacred Site here being captured as well. This will give Orange not only a great amount of gold income, that's all of his gold income at the moment. Each Sacred Site provided 125 gold. But also pulling out these walls there may result in a Sacred Site victory. It will put pressure on the Ottoman player to be a bit more aggressive. Ottomans tend to be a bit of a slower faction, but they get a lot of free assets. We got 2 military schools here being pulled out. More Ghazi Riders, this is probably a good idea. Honestly, Spearman wouldn't be half bad either, because right now he's fighting against Ghazi Riders. Let's get Hardened Spearman to pull on field, gains great damage there, just lacking numbers at the moment. Pause. Hit a great flank there, could have used Fortitude there for a moment. And he's not been with the rest of these walls there. The Spearman could stay inside the walls. Or the archers. And do got a line of palisade walls right there. There's still a breach over here to be utilized by the Ottoman player, or it can create a breach. He does have a bit of time there before he loses to a Sacred Site victory in 9 minutes 20 seconds. Heard the next Vizier deployed on the field. Extra military schools as well. Let's see. Currently has 2 out of 3 at the moment. I think he's probably building the 3rd one relatively soon. We got a spear brace there against hits on the Ghazi Riders. Archers, they don't. There is some hand pierce armor on any sort of horseman unit. Looks like now they get overran. We got the. He's switching over to Pierce armor research or deployment. They're trying to withstand his opponent's archers. He does back himself into a corner there, which is good for the cause for the Ottoman player. He still needs to pull out more force. Right now, the Delhi Ottoman player is maintaining great production. And now we've got Compound and Defender being pulled on field. I'm not familiar with that one. Let's see, Compound of Defender. Infantry. Oh, infantry units can now pull out stone walls, towers, and gates, reducing stone cost of all the buildings in their place by 20%, and it contains defense technologies that ignore the Imperial Age requirement. So he's going to be eyed for some hardened fortifications, which he may deploy out around these sacred sites. This sacred site is a little bit exposed there. Even going for a small bit of stone right there would be very useful for a hard point for his archers, because when you get on top of stone walls, you not only take less range damage, you also take you get +2 range, which can be very useful, as well as prevent the Seppals from actually killing him. Now we got a line of research there, even going for the village fortress, which allows all of his keep to act as additional town centers. Sorry, I hit my microphone. Ghazi Riders trying to back him off. There's only a handful of spearmen here. He could try focusing down or just bypass them. Now he's trying to overrun all these archers there. Does get the Seppals and spearmen in the mix. These handful of spearmen will do some great damage there. And he now is going straight for Lancers. The Ottoman player sees what his opponent's composition is. He should really eye more spearmen. And now he needs to take time to decapture the sacred site there. Not only denies income, but also stop the countdown. Right now it's just paused. When you get a unit on top of a sacred site, just pauses it. Really? Denying the berries? Okay. Don't think we're going to deny berries that much, but now we do have some man-at-arms being pulled on the field, which are improved by the Tower of Victory. Which says 15%, while the unit capture says 20%. I really don't know which one's technically correct. But man-at-arms are a really good item against this opponent's current composition. They don't hard counter anything, they just are able to withstand everything. There's new back off that region. Blue's force being chased down by these lancers. Got some walls trying to be pulled out by both sides, and now got the mid Imperial Army on field. Blue doesn't want free siege weapons. Lord, some of these villagers here currently idle. Could perhaps just start bopping some sheep there. No, pick up that relic and try to go with conversion. Look at this. The Ottoman player did not go for a town center, while the Ottoman player did. And now we got a rare occasion where the Ottoman player has more villagers than his opponent. Most of the time I just see Ottoman players don't go for a second town center or just rely on most of the free units, which does cause issues where once they lose their army, they tend just to die. In this case, with a solid base of villagers, those free units will be much more effective. Granted, we do see the village fortress here. It takes a long time to get that researched, but he can eventually use his keeps as additional town centers. But right now, Orange may need to play a little bit cool at the moment. So right now, Blue has no force on field. Orange still has a decent force. Janissary is not being deployed on out. Got Meta there. I think he's mainly deploying them out from the archery range. They are expensive, but they are excellent for his cavalry, which his opponent's been very fond of. So the Ottoman player is doing a good job reading his opponent. Additionally, they do have really high rate of fire and decent damage, so they have decent forces mana armed as well. Not a hard counter, but more or less a soft counter against the armor. So Janissaries are generally a good all-rounder unit. Most of these lancers trying to stop these villagers from playing up these berries. We got these walls upon field, so these villagers going down. Janissaries get some great damage there. You can see how fast the rate of fire is just nearby Metra. It's actually really absurd. 1.29 tasks second with a 16 damage gun with 16 bonus save versus cavalry. That's absurd. Granted, they do have less range than regular hand cannoneers. They have a range of 3.5 rather than standing hand cannoneer 4 range. If you have trouble dealing with Janissaries, go with regular archers. Mangonels wouldn't hurt as well, but of course those can be countered by spring bolts a bit more often. Regular archers do have good range in comparison to Janissaries, and they just do good damage versus Janissaries. Go for cost effective if you have trouble with them. Villagers trying to hold the line there with their bodies as well as their hammers. They really wish they could just use the hammers and not their bodies. And Palisade Gate will be torched down. Military force is 30 to 31. And now do have a Tower Elephant being put on field. Elephant, is it the ranged one? Yeah, that's the melee one. Amount of powerful archers, so that's the crossbow one, so that is the ranged one. Tower Elephant, I always get... And the other one's called War Elephant or Armored Elephant, right? Yeah, War Elephant. If you have trouble with Tower Elephants, remember they are light and they are ranged, which means they do receive bonus damage from the anti-range of Horsemen. If you have trouble with War Elephants, they are armored, so crossbows. And of course, the any sort of gunpowder unit will do quite well versus them. You also remember with crossbows, do bonus damage is heavy, so try avoid using knights, lancers, keshiks, sofas, and all that sort. But of course, just sheer numbers is pretty easy. Does stop that Skull from claiming that relic. Right now, Orange has claimed 4 relics that would have been number 5. Janissary, Ottoman player has failed in the relic claim game compared to his opponent. Now, you've got a keeping plotted there. He's trying to keep this area secure. Additionally, as well, that landmark does make these keeps cheaper. 640 is a pretty cheap keep. And honestly, as well, once you get the town center research, which he has, that also makes it cheaper than a town center. So those town centers are technically cheaper with the stone cost, but it's still cheaper than a town center. So there's no reason why you should build town centers more, just build keeps. Assuming you go for that landmark at least. If you don't go for that landmark, they're only slightly more expensive. But have stone costs either way. Tower Elephant now pulling the field. Oh, I thought they had crossbows. Oh, it must be a research. I'm not really familiar. Yep, there we go. Outlaws, that's when they get the crossbows instead of the So at this point in time, you don't have to worry about... You can use armor against them. And And this is why I only play Mongols, so I really only know the Mongols really well. At this point in time, they only have regular bows, which does 16 damage, so they're still decent versus armor. This mill is starting to be torched down by a Lancer. These Lancers starting to advance on forward. We do have currently 22 Janissaries spawn field and 1 good spear brace there. And does take out that Lancer there. Very nice. Back in this region, starting to play up the stone as well. All sacred sites have been captured by orange, so there's a bit of a countdown against the Ottoman player. Battle elephants are classified as cavalry, so any anti-cavalry tools such as spearmen are going to be good against them. Honestly, just spam spearmen against if your opponent's mass-producing elephants. Just spam spearmen. It's generally pretty effective. And they're expensive. So you may throw 100 spearmen at them, but they will still be cost effective because tower elephants are 1,000. A basic spear boy is just 60-20, so 80. What's good about it, however, with elephants, however, they're very, very population efficient. If I go to 4 elephants, only 3 population, while the tower elephants are also only 3 population, so they're very population efficient. It's just that if they get in too large numbers, you will have severe trouble. Man-at-arms hacking apart these villagers there. The Ottoman player does only have 86 villager advantage, and now with the additional keeps being put on the field, the Ottoman player village advantage will be diminished. You always can go for trade. One of the Vizier perks for trade is what, plus 40% gold? Yeah, plus 40% gold, which is significant. These man-at-arms gain some good damage on Blue's backline there. Do have some now Lancers now pulled out by the Ottoman player to defend himself. Does find this keep there. Mangonels do go to the same purpose there. Blue's trying to back on off. Good number of Janissaries in this area to really get some severe damage. He does have a Spring Golem plus spear, but Mangonels do have a range of 9 with the same range as Spring Golem replacement. There's also good number of Spring Golds here. Blue's on advance forward, trying to overrun these Mangonels. Blue loses one of his Mangonels. And Blue's just going to start engage. Let's lose all his Mangonels there. Janissaries gets great damage. Janissaries need to focus on the tower elephants. They can rip it apart. They rip apart everything, honestly. Tower elephant does go down there. And these villagers do deploy his keep. There's probably too many keeps in this area for him to stick around for too long. He may think he has some trebuchets to hit these things. He's going for greased axles right now. Sacred sites being locked down. All the sacred sites have been locked down by villagers. By keeps, I mean. There's even a line of towers here as well. The Ottoman player, while he's hit this one, go for the sacred site. Do remember as well, trying to decapture a sacred site does pause the countdown. So you can camp on top of the sacred site to buy some time, maybe with battery rams. Or get up right there, push battery rams forward. Either way, he should focus on this keep now, not go for the flank. Just go for some trebuchets. He's getting out some battery ramps, which is very good. 3 minutes left to sacred site victory. Got a whip for a research for increased scholars. Did they whip the scholars and make them move faster? There's, of course, that Spring Golem placement, which does 1 damage versus battery rams. His base attack is 41. Some of these deposits are going down there. Mangonels find a massive volley there. Mangonels do siege damage, they do full damage versus battery rams. Sapal's trying to advance him forward. He may try to overrun these forces. There's a lot of good targets for him to hit, just too many targets. Having trouble making their way forward. And looks like the keep is receiving a bit too much fire from these range units. Blue's trying to go for his home forward to keep there. Sacred Site's victory is been paused. It will be decaptured. There you go, does buy him some breathing room there. He can fall back, knowing that he doesn't quite gets a game condition. Orange Mangonels base forward. There's a good number of Mangonels blown up by Orange. Blue is not to blow out enough Spring Balls engaged. And we're seeing massive fire on his Janissaries. He will save this keep there. Blue's keep is trying to be built there. We're seeing villagers getting annihilated by those mangonels. I don't think he's going to get that keep up. He has 4 villagers left building it. Make that 2, and both of them are sneeze away from death, and blue does back of the game now. This is Grade saying, thank you for watching, and on to the next replay.